the Surface Pro X versus the iPad Pro, and this one should really be an easy one, right? Well, hold your horses here, guys. It isn't that easy, although it should be. And if you look at all the other reviews out there that are not so passionate about the Surface Pro X, something just doesn't add up. I myself looked into this and did a review about the Surface Pro X and had very different results. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I had really issues and trouble getting the Surface Pro X in my hands because it was all sold out really quickly. Usually that is an indication that the general public wanted to get their hands on that, right? So how does the iPad come into play? Well, both devices are aimed at mobile computing, and Apple even goes as far as saying that the iPad Pro is a computer replacement. And we all know, right? We all know this is really far stretched. However, rather than going spec by spec, which you can find in plenty of other videos on YouTube, I wanted to find out who these devices are for. Come on, you can see it as some sort of pre-check before looking at the specs and see what the use case is for each device. As a tablet, the iPad Pro was superior to the Surface Pro X tablet mode in every way. The iPad's Pro body was more comfortable to hold, the software system was designed to work with your fingertips, up icons were nice and large, and swipe gestures acted as shortcuts to close-ups and return to the home screen. The Apple Pencil magnetized to the side of the iPad, which refilled the pen's power, but Apple's smart keyboard, which attached to the tablet with magnets, felt really mediocre to the Surface Pro X keyboard. I bet you can see where this is going, right? Well, no. Not so fast. As I said at the beginning, it is really not as straightforward as it should be. But we are looking into a different use case here altogether. And if you are already typing a comment like you are an Apple sheep, let me explain. I put the emphasis for the iPad Pro on tablet. I tried to use the iPad Pro in a normal office environment for some time, and it just doesn't work as it should. Even with iPadOS, it keeps guarding the Apple ecosystem, which drives me insane. What do I mean by that? Well, in my corporate work life, I have used countless Microsoft Office and web-based applications day in, day out, such as Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, Salesforce, Google Docs. You get the idea of it. Not a single company I worked for had Macmail, Keynote, or anything else Apple offers, which is simply a fact. I did come across Lotus Notes, different story though. In my previous job, I had to sign documents such as NDAs, and that was pretty cool though. Receiving all documents via Outlook on the iPad Pro, no problem whatsoever. However, try to save a document locally via Outlook on the iPad Pro and you are already in for a challenge. It simply doesn't work. I wanted to use my Apple Pencil to sign docs on the go and return them right away via email, but the advertised computer replacement felt really like going back in time. I became the bottleneck by using the iPad Pro, and that is just one of many examples. So now if you are already typing a comment that the iPad Pro is not meant to be for this, well, you know what? Tell me who you think it is for. I am super interested in your opinion before I move on. Now, the X factor. You can tell that the Surface Pro X is supposed to feel futuristic because it is named X. And not X as in 10, like the iPhone X. This is a real X, like X-Files, X-Men, the universal abbreviation for the secretive unknown. This is, after all, a tablet of secrets. It fits most of the Surface Pro 7 features into a slimmer, lighter body. It tucks a gigabit LTE SIM card into a hidden slot under a magnetic panel. Most importantly, it takes a redesigned stylus and fits it into an innocent magnetic cutout built right into the tiny fold where the clip-on keyboard meets the magnetic hinge. Since most but not all modern applications are offered in 32-bit versions, you shouldn't have a problem downloading most of your favorite programs on the Surface Pro X. And as more programs become web-based and added to the Microsoft Store, app compatibility will be less of an issue for ARM-based power devices. However, currently there are plenty of limitations for use of certain applications that will just not run on an ARM-based Windows machine. So how can I describe both devices in one sentence? Well, you know what? Let me try. The iPad Pro is an excellent tablet that can turn into a good laptop versus the Surface Pro X, an excellent laptop that can turn into a good tablet. And the main question, right? Who is this for? If you are a business or computer student, a mobile worker that travels a lot, or someone who works for a company that uses Microsoft or web-based productivity tools such as Salesforce or others, then you will be delighted with the Surface Pro X because all of it will work just fine. On the other hand, if you are a content creator that uses LumaFusion Adobe products like Photoshop or even an Illustrator, or maybe even a gamer, you will find the iPad Pro to be perfect. Media consumption will also not let you down. Look, the bottom line is that not everyone is a YouTuber, right? And many people around the world in different locations have different use cases for different devices. And that is just a fact of life. And you may have seen our other videos that are very highly spec-based. However, working and traveling in the IT industry for more than 25 years has given me some insight into specs versus real life. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and videos. Jens here from Allstar Space. Peace out.